Did I put it on public? Oh, I think I did. What is going on YouTube? So I have my makeup on. It was a scam, so I'm just here now. But oh my gosh, are y'all really up this late? It's Sunday. Well, it's really Monday morning. What, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning right now? But if you are attending the live, then go ahead and give me a wave so I can see who you are. And I have my little teddy bear here. It looks kind of, well, I don't know if it looks beat up, but I had this teddy bear since I was like a baby. And I had two of them actually, but one of them I gave to one of my puppies a long time ago. Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen. One of them I gave to my puppy a long time ago because I loved my puppy so much, and my puppy literally tore it up. And it was about to tear this one up too, but I hit it, and I just kept it, but it's already kind of messed up because my dog, my one of my past dogs. But yeah, I had this since I was a baby, like a baby. And I just bought this one when I came to this house. But hey, you guys, now why is y'all up so late? Why is y'all up so late? Okay, so I just wanted to do a check-in basically to talk about my Ramadan journey. And we are a little bit over halfway. I guess the 15th would have been the halfway point, but today is the 17th. So I'm just going to do a check-in, and I honestly want to document this for myself as well because a lot of like things have been happening or shown to me, or I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it. But okay, so basically I am not drinking, I am not smoking, I am not having sex, and I am, well, fasting from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, so number one, let's talk about the fasting itself, right? The fasting from food from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Number one, the fasting was actually a lot easier for me this year, and it continues to be easier this year than it was last year. Now, when I did Ramadan last year, I was hangry the whole time. Okay, I was hangry the whole time, hungry and angry. Angry because I was hungry. I never really meal prepped or prepared for it. So I don't know, like last year, I just wasn't like my head was just not in the game last year. And I feel like I was more in a healing phase last year. So at first, when I got out of my toxic as narcissistic abusive relationship, I lost a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight. Like I probably lost like 10, 15 pounds because I just wasn't eating. And the funny thing is, I didn't even notice that I wasn't eating. I just noticed that I was losing weight, right? So I remember like looking at myself one day and I was like, damn, like I look kind of skinny, you know what I'm saying? But then I thought about it. I was like, well, I only eat like once a day and sometimes I don't even eat all day. But it was weird to me because um like you know how I don't know, I guess if people are depressed they don't eat or whatever. I wasn't like on the floor crying every day. Like I wasn't like um emotional. Well, I was emotional a lot of times, but I wasn't like emotional, I guess, all day or whatever. So I didn't realize that I wasn't eating because I was just like heartbroken, basically. Because I was still functioning, I was still going to work, I was still living, I was still doing things. I just wasn't eating, right? So that kind of just taught me, honestly, that like depression really does come in all shapes and forms, like it really does. But anyway, so once, I guess March came around, I guess I was overeating at that time, so I really wasn't in the headspace to fast. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't there. Like, so once again, like I said, well, when I first got out of that relationship, I lost a lot of weight. And then, like, toward the middle end of the year, I ended up gaining a lot of weight, right? Hey, Dick Tracy. But yes, I'm glad this dropped. But yeah, toward the end of the year, like 2024, I gained a lot of weight. And even then, I didn't even notice because, like, when I'm just like living life, I don't notice this stuff. Like, I only really notice it when I see myself in a video or I see myself on someone else's camera or something like that. Or when people tell me, like, oh my God, you're gaining weight or your face looks different or whatever. And people was telling me that I was gaining weight. So that's when I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I need to like grab hold of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I saw myself on camera when I went on that recent podcast that I posted on my channel. I went on the True Finesse podcast, and I know to a lot of people I looked just fine, but to me, I was like, oh my God, I think I'm emotionally eating. um, so literally after I watched that podcast, I started to work out again. I started to be totally conscious of my diet again. So that was probably like that was February. Yeah, that was right after my birthday. So that was sometime in February. So right after I watched that podcast, I started drinking smoothies. I started drinking a lot more water. I started taking, my vitamins again. I started going hiking, right? So the thing is, when you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, it actually like resets your taste buds and it curbs cravings. So by the time Ramadan came, I was already drinking smoothies like every single day for like 2 weeks. And when I say smoothies, y'all, I don't mean little cups of smoothies. I mean, I would make a whole blender of a smoothie and just carry it with me to the shop, or just carry it around all day until I drink all of it. And it might take me like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to drink a whole blender of a smoothie. And facts, you're smart. Smoothies. Yes, smoothies will curb your cravings. Okay. Smoothies will totally reset your cravings and totally reset your taste buds. Like for real. But yeah, so I was basically replacing my meals with smoothies, right? So I would drink a whole, I don't know, like half a gallon, I guess that is, because my blender is big. I would drink like probably half a gallon of a smoothie in the daytime, and then I would have just one dinner at night or whatever. So I was doing that for 2 weeks. So by the time March 1st came, Ramadan came, I was ready. Like I was mentally ready, I was physically ready. My gut was ready. I wasn't really craving like that. I wasn't really pigging out like that. So, if you guys are wanting to try Ramadan or try fasting maybe next year, I highly suggest 2 weeks before, drink smoothies. Like, replace your meals with smoothies and it'll make it a whole lot easier. So by the time Ramadan came, I really wasn't craving. Like I really wasn't. And I was so thankful for that. I was like, oh my God, thank God, because I don't like suffering. I don't like being hungry. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm hungry, I am irritable. Like when I'm hungry, I don't want to do anything but wait to eat. Like, yo, Dick Tracy said, yeah, I got the Nutra blend, big ass blender. Yeah, I got a Nutra. I think I got the same thing, right? I think it's like Nutra Blast or something like that. But yeah, it's a big blender. It's a huge blender. So so yeah, like last year, um, I just wasn't in the space to. I was still craving, I was still pigging out, I was still addicted to sugar and carbs and stuff. So like every time, like every day I was hungry looking at the clock, looking at the clock. And that's the thing. When you're fasting, looking at the clock is literally torture. Okay? Looking at the clock is torture. Like you will literally be from like from like 3 p.m. to 7. Like that's not no way to live. You know what I'm saying? You want to be so preoccupied. You want to be so busy. You want to be so, just occupied with your time that you don't even look at the clock. Like the first time you even think about food, it got to be like 6:30. You're like, "Oh, it's nothing. I might as well start, prepping." You know what I'm saying? Like that's how easy Ramadan is going for me right now. I don't really think about food. Now, the only thing that I feel like is hard for me is I be bored, okay? And I know why. I be bored in the daytime. Before I would, let's say I would be at home, let's say I had a day off, right? I would probably roll up, smoke, watch TV, right? Basically making smoking a whole activity in itself, right? I would smoke, or after that, I would go out and find some food, or I would, I don't know, sit down and eat somewhere, go to a buffet, while I'm out treating myself. Well, hell, I might as well go see a movie, right? Then I'll go see a movie or something. Like, I'll make eating, smoking, and entertainment like take up a lot of my day, right? So while fasting, because I am cutting out smoking and drinking and eating, right? It's like throughout the day, I have more hours than I actually know what to do with, literally. And because my body and my mind is so used to these patterns, right? Like, oh, just I'm gonna find some food, or I'm just gonna roll up and smoke, or whatever the case may be. Like, because I'm so used to that, it felt uncomfortable at first having literally all these hours in a day. It's like, what do I do? It's like, okay, do I go hiking? Do I go back to sleep? Do I, and of course I have things to do, right? Like I can always edit. I can always do voiceovers. I can always, collect content and things like that and just edit. Really, I could just edit all day for real, but because I was just so moody, like it was almost like I was going through withdrawals of just being able to do, just honestly, I was having withdrawals from being lazy. Like that's really what it was. I was having withdrawals from just being lazy. So it's like now I had all this time and I had like, all this free time. I'm like, okay. Like the first 2 days of Ramadan, I was so bored and I was so reluctant to actually being productive that I fell asleep both days. I just fell asleep because I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I'm just gonna go to sleep until like, I don't know, until I wake up again, and then hopefully it's gonna be time to eat soon, right? So after a couple days, like after like maybe like 2 days of me going to sleep all day, the third day I was like, okay, no, I have to actually be productive, right? So the thing about it is, I wasn't hard on myself. I didn't like criticize myself for going to sleep those 2 days. I knew that I was transitioning, right? I knew that I was transitioning into a new set of habits, and I gave myself space and grace. Okay? I gave myself space and grace. So So yeah, after time went by or whatever, now, like now that I'm 2 weeks in Ramadan, I am actually having fun being productive. Like it's crazy. Like all day today I was editing. The day before I was also getting a lot of work done. I've been going live, you know. So one thing I will say is I didn't really like get in my bag for real until the second week. The first 2 weeks I was still adjusting. I was adjusting to the amount of time that I had in the daytime and how bored I was and how I just wanted to eat and smoke, just to burn time for real. Like a lot of times I didn't even want to eat because I was hungry. Well, really never. I just wanted to eat because I was just bored. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of showed me myself a little bit. I was like, damn, I really do be emotionally eating. Like, who just eats when they're bored? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. So I definitely noticed that about myself, right? So, also, when I stopped smoking, number one, I've been through this a few times. When I stopped smoking cold turkey, I tend to have side effects. So, those side effects are normally nightmares. I stopped smoking cold turkey in my lifetime, probably like three, I don't know how many times, but three times I remember specifically. Okay. Each time I stopped smoking, I was having a week worth of bad dreams. And I don't know why. Like I don't know why. I don't know why this happens. Of course I read, you know, the explanation, like the physical explanation of it, why that happens or why you have more vivid dreams when you stop smoking. And I searched on YouTube, you know, if other people were having the same experience, and I saw a few videos of people talking about them having nightmares and vivid dreams after they stopped smoking cold turkey and stuff like that. And the difference, though, right? This time when I stopped smoking cold turkey because of Ramadan, I was still having vivid dreams. And I have vivid dreams every single night, y'all. Like, I've been having vivid dreams every single night since like the fifth day in. But the thing is, my dreams are not nightmares this time. My dreams are actually like, they're not necessarily like good dreams, but they're just like, they're not nightmares. They're just regular dreams or something. Like, I can't really, I don't know. I don't know the reason, you know? But another significant thing about the dreams that I'm having, which has not happened to me like this before in my life, is I'm having dreams with people that I fell out with. Hey, Dick Tracy, thank you for the super chat. You are so smart, knowledgeable. Oh, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. So, yeah, I've been having dreams, and the people in like literally people, like the people that are in my dreams are people that I fell out with. And it's not like I've now, okay, so one of the people that is constantly making an appearance in my dreams is one of my exes, right? But then it's like my like friends that I don't talk to anymore, people that I used to associate with that I don't talk to anymore. Like they've all been in my dreams, and I'm just like, I don't even think about these people. Like it's so weird. I don't even think about these people. So I'm just wondering, you know, why, right? So I thought about a few different things. I'm like, maybe it's just my subconscious. I don't know, like just playing around in the ethers. I really don't know. Then, of course, you know, there's the idea that other people could be thinking about you too. So it's like they're subconsciously transferring energy. That could be it too. or I don't really know what it is. I really don't know, but it's like I just keep seeing these people and I'm just like, I would never think that I would have a dream with that person or whatever because I didn't talk to them in like 3 years. But for some reason, it's like all these people are just coming from the past into my dreams. I don't know why. And it's not even like they're doing anything significant in my dreams. Like nothing is actually like happening. It's just like random situations, like us rock climbing or us at a restaurant or like just it's so random. It's so random. So yeah, that's happening right now. Uh Also when it comes to the no drinking thing, right? Now, the no drinking thing is very easy for me because I don't drink anyway unless it's socially, but it has been hard for me when it's time to be social and I want to drink. So it's like one time, right? My friend invited me out one weekend and I was like, hell yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, yeah, I'll go or whatever. But I remembered, oh wait, I'm not drinking right now. And I was like really thinking to myself, like, am I gonna have fun? I'm like, am I gonna have fun? Cause I mean, it's not like I'm a fiend, right? I don't think I'm a fiend, but it's like I was almost wondering if I just shouldn't have went out at all because I'm like, am I gonna have fun? Like I'm not drinking or smoking right now. Like I'm about to be in the club woke as hell, like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the no drinking part is easy until the weekend. And it's literally so funny because it's like, oh my gosh. So what I want to do is before Ramadan is over, I actually want to go out. Like I want to just test myself. I want to challenge myself. I want to go out to a club environment where I can't drink and smoke and I'm not smoking hookah and I just want to have fun sober. That's it. Like I just want to go out, look good, do my makeup, put on a cute outfit or whatever. And I just want to be sober all night. You know what I'm saying? And if anyone asks me, to buy me a drink or whatever, I'm just gonna be like, no, it's okay. I'm not drinking right now. And I'm just gonna be like, but I'll take a pineapple or I'll take a cranberry or whatever, So that is gonna be a challenge that I do for myself. And I might go live, I might record it. If it doesn't look too, odd, me recording in a club or vlogging in a club at night or whatever. But yeah, so as far as the fasting, I've been doing pretty good, pretty good. As far as the smoking, I've been doing pretty good with that as well. But I have had moments where I wanted to smoke. Sure did. Sure the fuck did. I remember one time, like maybe like last week, I was with my graphic designer and we like every time we do like an art session or we're making flyers and banners and whatever we do, we always just roll up, you know what I'm saying? So my graphic designer, he was smoking or whatever, like didn't even think nothing of it. Just passed me the blunt. And I knew, like I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And then I took the blunt, right? And I was like, no. And I gave it right back to him. I was like, no, I'm not smoking right now. And he was like, okay, no problem, no problem. But it's crazy because like I was like so close. I was so close. Like I was like, it's crazy. Like, you know how you have the angel on your shoulder and the devil on your shoulder? The devil was like, take a hit. You deserve it. It's okay. You might as well do it now with your graphic designer. Like literally, like my brain was literally trying to find every reason to justify it. I'm like, dog, stop telling me this shit. Stop telling me this. I don't want to smoke. So I was literally going back and forth with my own brain. Dick Tracy said, yes, I can relate. Yo, it's crazy. It's like my brain was my own op. It was crazy. Like, literally, I was trying to find every single excuse and every single reason to justify me smoking in that moment. Like, I was literally telling myself, you deserve it. It's just one time. Like, it was crazy. So I gave him back the blunt and I was like, no. So it's crazy because every time I want to cheat, right? Every time I want to eat something before 7, every time I want to smoke, every time I want to drink, I just tell myself one thing. Do you really want to go through this Ramadan knowing that you couldn't dedicate yourself? Do you really want to keep going knowing that you cheated and that you really like you didn't even have to? It wasn't even that deep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so last year when I did Ramadan, I basically gave up the last 5 days, right? I didn't finish the last 5 days. I just started eating and I said bump it. I did 25 days, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was over it. But this year, I want to go the full March. I have to because it's only 1 month out the year. Like, come on now. If I can't if I can't sacrifice for the betterment of myself and for my connection with God for 1 month, do I really even deserve the things that I want to manifest? Do I really even deserve to be blessed the way I want to be blessed if I can't sacrifice for God for 1 month? Just 1 month. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. so so yeah. Um I won. I won against myself in that moment. And I had other moments too where people were smoking around me. I went to my homegirl's apartment a couple days ago, and she has an entire bar in her apartment. Okay, an entire bar. And she always rolls up too. And Lord knows I wanted a shot of something. Lord knows I wanted a drink. Dick Tracy said, full March is tough, but I respect it. It really is. It really is. But you know what? At least March is not like June. You know what I'm saying? At least Ramadan is not in June or July, like in the middle of summer, because that would be torture. Okay. Aw, Don Stewart said, I am proud of you. Thank you. Thank you, Don. We're only halfway, we're only halfway. So I still have another, what, 20, I don't know, 7, 16, I don't know. Well, what is it? Maybe 12 days, 13 days, I don't know, to finish. So I just want to check in. I just want to stay grounded. I want to tell myself how proud I am of myself right now because, hell, you know what I'm saying? Oh man. But yeah, so it's an interesting experience. Sacrificing there's nothing actually fun about it while you're doing it. So it's not like I feel invigorated and I feel refreshed. I actually don't feel like that. Sacrificing is not easy. Like you're literally in discomfort for weeks, you know. You're hungry for weeks, you're fighting cravings for weeks, you want to smoke and you can't smoke for weeks. And it's just like, oh my God, it's like the longest 30 days of my freaking life, you know. But but I just feel like, why not? You know, there is so much I have overcome, in my personal life, and everyone is going through their own trials and tribulations. Everyone is fighting through situations and battling their emotions and, battling vices and bad habits. And everyone is, right? And I just told myself, at this moment in my life, I am single, I am free, I have nothing but time and space and opportunity. And why not just sacrifice? Why not make myself a vessel for God? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else should I be doing? Like, what else can I be doing that is any more productive? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, um, I definitely believe that when you take away certain distractions in your life, you make room to you make room for other productive, other positive things in your life. Like, you make room for new positive things to come in your life, right? And without sacrificing bad habits or vices, you won't ever make, honestly, you really won't make energetic room for it, right? So, on a very practical level, not some type of spiritual heebie jeebie level, like, let's say, once again, instead of smoking, I have to find other things to do with my time, right? And let's say I don't want to keep going to sleep during the day. I naturally gravitated toward editing my content today, and I edited like, y'all, I literally like put together like 60 reels. Like, I went dumb stupid ham today. I went ham today. Like, imagine if I still smoked. I probably would have smoked today on my day off. I didn't have no clients today. I probably would have got something to eat. I probably would have treated myself. I probably would have did whatever. But because, I had those restrictions, I was like forced to be productive. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Slice. Okay, Don said, I was doing it as well, but I got sick and had to use antibiotics. Oh no. So, I had to take a break. It feels awful. It feel awful about hope. Hope God forgive me. Oh, God already forgave you before you even did it. 474 ENT said, "Here go my hair braider. What's going on? What's going on?" Talking about my trials and tribulations during Ramadan. But yeah, so when you sacrifice things, you automatically make room for better things to come in your life, Um, shit, you ain't going out for spring break. I mean, I guess not. I mean, me and my family are going on a cruise in April, like the end of April. So I'm probably just gonna be racking up on content, honestly. So I can be on the cruise still posting and, you know, not missing a beat, honestly. Because every time I go on vacation, I always rack up on content, always. And I always schedule it out so I don't even have to think about content when I'm on vacation. And a lot of times when you're on vacation, like, you don't even have no damn signal. So, I want to be able to still post and still keep my platforms going while I'm on the cruise. But I think the cruise is stopping in Honduras, and oh my God, y'all, I'm so excited for Honduras. I know I can't like be in the jungle and, be at the Dr. Sebi retreat or nothing like that. But I'm just excited to just step foot in that country. Like, oh my gosh. We're going to Honduras. I think it's stopping in Mexico. I think like two different ports in Mexico. And I think like one more place, but I forgot what it was. Or I think it's like the Cayman Islands or something like that. I forgot. But yeah, so you have to sacrifice to make room for new things. And some things you can use very sparingly, right? For certain things. Like for me personally, I know that when I am recording music, I like to smoke. Like I just do. Like I don't know. Like now I'm not saying that I have to, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to, but I actually do like it because I just feel like my creativity kind of flows. So I have to tell myself, okay, you know what? Not now, obviously, but after Ramadan, like if I want to smoke, I have to restrict my smoking to when I record music. Like I don't want to use smoking as a whole activity. That's not an activity. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless I'm like out, literally out in the club or I'm out like with a friend, like I'm not gonna be at home smoking away time. Like it doesn't make any sense. So even after Ramadan, I'm going to try to structure my habits or my vices a little bit more. Like I don't want to stop smoking. I do want to smoke sometimes, but it's like I don't want to just like wake up and smoke, or I don't want to just like watch TV and smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to smoke, oh, literally, personally, literally only when I record music. That's it. Like I really have no other reason to smoke. Okay, Zay the realist, hey. Say, you ever went to Europe? I always wanted to visit England. I always want to visit England in a couple years. I actually have went to Europe, but it was for like I got chosen for this student ambassador thing when I was in high school, and we ended up spending 3 weeks in Europe. It was like I don't know, probably like 100 students from different schools or whatever. And it was like we went to France, we went to Italy, we stopped in Germany, we went to Austria and stayed with a family, like a whole family from that country for like I think it was like 5 days, something like that. And we went to, okay, it was Italy, it was France, it was Austria. I always forget the last one. But yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was like when I was like 17. Oh yeah, and me and my mom went back to Italy when I was like probably like 18 or something like that. But yeah, it's a very beautiful place. And it's crazy because when you're in Europe, like especially when you're in Italy, it's like you feel like you're walking in a history book. It's like, oh shit, this stuff is real. Like when you see like the Colosseum, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Eiffel Tower, it's like, damn, this stuff is real. Like it really feels like you're walking in a history book. Um, okay, so Dick Tracy said, you are right. Your fasting helps prioritize your time and body. Yep. Keeps you disciplined. That dog look like he don't play about you. That was so random. He don't. Zeta Realist said, uh that's why I stopped smoking doing my videos. During your videos? Dick Tracy said, I see what you're saying. Um oh, thank you. Thank you for the second super chat. Thank you. But yes, you see my guard dog here? He vets all the guys for me, okay? He does all the vetting, so I don't have to do the vetting, okay? Because clearly when I do the vetting, I don't do it right. So my dog does all the vetting for me. He's watching y'all. Okay. Um okay, so yeah. Um so far, with this Ramadan, I am discovering a new side of myself, right? Oh, I'm so glad I remembered this because this is a very significant part of my journey right now. For some strange reason, I am extremely confident in who I am right now. Instead of doing what I feel like people want me to do, instead of doing what I feel like people expect me to do, I am literally just being myself, and it feels so good. Like, now, don't get me wrong, I still feel an obligation, and no one told me to do this. It's just an obligation that I feel within. Like, I feel like I should have taken the time out and created my ebooks and created my courses and stuff like that, and at least created some type of funnel to my knowledge and my wisdom, right? Like as far as doing hair and social media and YouTube and stuff. Like I have a couple courses teaching people how to grow their YouTube channels and build their clientele and like stuff like that, right? So like the last 6 months of 2024, I literally did not see the light of day, y'all. Like for real. Like I was in my room rolling up one after the other, and I was literally just working on my courses because I just felt the need to just dump as much information out as possible because I'm like, I have so much experience, you know what I'm saying? With like, I have so much knowledge for hairstylists and content creators and stuff like that. Like, I can't just go on my life not having courses and not having ebooks. So I took like literally like 6 to 8 months, and I literally rolled up and I sat in my room and I created these courses back to back to back. Put every single piece of information, every resource, I put everything into it. And after that, I was like, okay, now it's time for me to be myself. And I was having a problem transitioning into that because listen, my dad is Jamaican, okay? And he has a lot of influence on the decisions that we make and the structure of our upbringing and stuff like that. My mom is from the Bronx. And my mom, she's a Scorpio. She's just very creative. She's very free thinking, and she's like more of the one that taught me to accept myself, because when I would come home with a new piercing or a new tattoo, my mom did not criticize me, or she didn't, beat me or something like that. Like she used to be like, it's kind of cute, you know? But my dad, on the other hand, like he was not having it. Like my dad was not having it. So a lot of my structured side came from him, right? And my dad's a Capricorn, like he totally fits the Capricorn prototype. And my mom totally fits the Scorpio prototype. So my mom is free spirited and my dad is very structured, right? So I had this thing in my mind, like I had to be this type of daughter, or I had to be this type of entrepreneur or whatever. Like I have to do this. I have to be professional, you know. I have to be modest. I have to, not curse online, or I have to like I was just thinking about all these ways to be professional, right? And then I'm over here thinking like, okay, well, I'm a hairstylist. I can't act like, an artist, or I can't act, crazy like a reality TV star or whatever like that, cuz I'm professional or whatever. But it's like what's crazy is the things that people love about me the most is not my knowledge, it's my personality. Like when I go out and I meet people, or like when I join this mastermind group, like a lot of the people in the group, appear to gravitate toward me because of my personality. You know what I'm saying? And as business minded and professional as I want to look, I'm like, I literally feel like I literally feel like I'm compromising myself, and like I'm not even giving people what they would even prefer from me. Like, honestly. And like, I understand that it's good to give knowledge and, write your books and, blah, 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 stuff like that. But also, like, people want to connect, people want to relate. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, like, something that really made everything come full circle for me is I was on Threads and I seen this post from this girl, and it was like, your purpose isn't a job title. Your purpose is an energy. And that's when it all clicked for me. I was like, oh my God, I was trying to box myself in this whole time. That's why I was trying to like literally escape myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was making my purpose only an aspect of myself. I was making my entire purpose only one job title, right? Or only one of my talents. And I'm like, hold on, she's right. Your purpose is not a job title. It's not no type of title. Your purpose is an energy. Your purpose is, it's a frequency, it's an aura, it's your energy. So, like, literally, that one line set me free. That one line set me free. I was like, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like, that's when it really clicked for me. I can do whatever I want to do. It doesn't matter what my medium is. If I choose to be a published author and write 100 books, okay, I'll do that. If I want to become a streamer and talk to you guys every day just like this, I'm going to do that. If I want to make content, make reels, or whatever the case may be, I will also do that. Or if I want to speak in front of audiences and, like, start throwing events again, like, I will do that. But I'm not going to subject myself to one of those paths. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be me in every facet I know how. I'm going to be me in every lane, every every way I can be me. I'm just going to be me. Whatever resonates with me at that time is what I'm going to do. Period. And as long as I'm, still conscious and I'm still funneling my content to, products, or I'm making money somehow, that's, you know, that's how you stay on top of capitalism. But overall, I don't want to lose myself. I don't want to lose myself. And I want to really enjoy what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah. Once again, my Ramadan is going great. I'm learning things about myself. I am more productive. I am making room for new opportunities, new connections with people I've already had in my life. But for some reason, like, I'm just getting closer to certain people in this month for whatever reason. So I guess, I just made energetic room for new people and new habits. And I kind of want to continue this after March. I know that I'm not going to do everything perfectly, but like I said before, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything with rules, you know? Like, if I go out after this month and I want to drink and smoke, I have to make sure that I have limits, right? I can't just be going out getting slap drunk, especially if I'm driving. I have to like limit my drinking to 3 shots. And that's it for the entire night. I don't care how much time has went by. Like, I want restrictions. I want rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be in control. Like, I want rules over my life. I don't want to just go out and all of a sudden, like, I'm taking all these shots. I'm getting, blackout drunk and, I'm throwing up or something or whatever. I can't control myself or I can't drive home. Like, I don't ever even want to be in a situation like that ever again in life. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I want to put rules on my drinking. Um, okay, Zay the Realist said drinking is the worst. It tastes bad and it makes me mad emotional somehow. No facts. He said I stopped drinking 3 years ago. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Dick Tracy said, yes, you are so right. Yeah, it's like, you know what? That's actually very inspiring. Zay said he stopped drinking 3 years ago. That's very inspiring. Very inspiring. Um, Honestly, I'm really glad you said that because it kind of just reminds me like I don't actually need it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't actually need it. And like I said, this month I want to challenge myself and I want to go out to a lounge or go out to a club by myself, makeup done, outfit, everything, whatever, everything done. But I just don't want to smoke at all. I don't want to smoke no hookah, no weed, and I don't want to drink. And I just want to see what my life is like when I go out sober. On my 21st birthday, I had 2 sips and was like, this is not for me. It's not for everybody. It's not. It's really not. And honestly, smoking on a consistent basis is not for me either. Like, when I smoke, it literally has to be something that is like celebratory or something like once a week type stuff. Like, it has to be the max. Because when I smoke more than that, I just become a lazy person. That's it. I don't do shit when I'm high. Like, I don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I know that about myself. And I'm not ashamed to say that about myself. And, people love to be like, oh, you can't handle it or, blah, blah. But it's like, bit, you don't do nothing when you high either. Like, and you're sitting here acting like, you can handle it and stuff like that. I mean, that's cool and all, but if you can't do anything but watch TV, go to sleep, or be stuck while you're high, you can't control your shit either. Okay? So yeah, like I don't want that to take over my life. Like I just don't. Like I'm young. I'm 32 years old. I'm young. I still have so many years to take advantage of my mind and my body and stuff like that. Like I'm not going to smoke it away. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to drink it away. Like, I'm going to focus. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to lock in. And I'm going to lock in so freaking hard. People are going to be like, you need to take a vacation. You need to rest. Why do you work so much? Because my job is literally my passion. I love it. I love this process. Not because I have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same as me, clocking in with to a job that I don't have a passion about. I have a passion for what I'm doing. So yeah, you can look at me like I'm a workaholic or I work too much or I need to take a break or like I expect people to not understand. I expect you to not understand, okay? I expect that. Okay, so Dick Tracy said lock in. I'm locking in with you. Facts. Zeta Rilla said 32. Oh my God, I thought you were 26. You look so pretty for your age. Thank you. You know what's crazy? People always say that exact age. They never say 27. They never say 24, 25. They always say 26. Why is it 26? They always say 26. That is so funny. But yeah, guys, I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful. I'm not dating. I'm not going on no dates. I'm literally just like loving myself right now. Everybody say I'm a baby. I'm only 23. I need to see your face. I need to see what you look like. But yes, like I've been going out to restaurants by myself. I've been getting a lot of work done. I've been very consistent on my channel. And I am not, listen, I can easily say that if it wasn't for me being more comfortable streaming, I would have not been consistent on my channel because editing takes time and energy. Recording takes time and energy, but streaming doesn't take as much time and energy. So if it wasn't for streaming, I wouldn't be consistent on my channel. And I'm just glad this exists, honestly, because it's just helping me, get back in the groove of things. It's helping me, build new connections, I'm just grateful, I'm grateful. And my audience before followed my channel because of hair tutorials. So that's all I used to post. I never even showed my face on my channel, in the beginning years. Um, so, and I was doing that for like almost a decade. That's where I got most of my subscribers from, was from doing hair tutorials. But now that I'm switching over and I'm pivoting my content over to streaming and talking about life and relationships and stuff like that, I really do feel like my audience is changing. And I can see it, you know what I'm saying, in my views. My hair tutorials still get the majority views on my channel. But a lot of my old audience, they're completely gone. Like the faces that I used to see in my comments and stuff, they're completely gone. And I'm starting to see a whole new group of people, come to my channel. And I'm grateful. I really am. And at first, I was very insecure about my views because I'm like, oh my God, I have all these subscribers and I don't have, a lot of views on my videos. And people gonna think, I don't know, my page is fake or I don't know. I just had these random insecurities. And then I just thought to myself, who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a fuck? Like, if you're more worried about what people will think about your subscriber to view ratio, more than you're concerned about your actual purpose, you are focused on the wrong shit. Okay? Period. You are focused on the wrong shit. So after I got over that, I started to just flow because I don't care. I only care about what I'm doing now. I only care about the feeling that I have when I'm doing this right now. Like, this is what I want, Right. From hair to this is crazy. That I'm with you. You give motivational energy. I appreciate you. Now, even before, I used to always be like like a mini little motivational speaker. Like I have videos from years ago of me, yapping, preaching, stuff like that. But um, I always it was always just like a side thing or like a, just once in a while thing. But now, like, I want to do it more often because when I think about something, I want to talk about it right then and there. Because one thing I realized about just the universe and the collective is the collective has a collective goal and a collective ideology, and it changes every couple decades, right? So, like, for example, You have back in the day when they were building the pyramids and when they were building statues and they were building stuff like that, right? When you like look it up, that was the age of Leo. And Leo is all about reputation. Leo is all about public image. Leo is about creative expression and things like that. So finding out that at the time when they were building these huge pyramids and these huge statues of themselves and stuff like that, finding out that that was the age of Leo, it just makes so much sense. That's what they were on at that time. You know what I'm saying? Then like gods were coming up, right? Coming up. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I truly do feel like any figure that we hear is a god or was a prophet at the time they were alive, that's literally only because they hired a scribe. Okay, they hired a scribe to write about their life and turn it into a book, and they were prophets. Like, you know how now we have celebrities and we have singers and stuff like that. At that time, they wanted to be prophets. Like that was the thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like at that time you have so many of these names that I guess went down in history because they literally had someone writing down their life. So when you put your life in a book, it becomes history. You know what I'm saying? And when you die, it builds value, right? So at that time, you know, a lot of people, a lot of powerful men, powerful women, or whatever, or that had the power within themselves. You know, they were preaching their ideologies, and they were creating laws and creating, you know, their ways of living, and that's just what they were on at that time. You know what I'm saying? So like then like right now we're in the age of Aquarius, right? But right before we were in the age of Pisces. And they say Pisces is imagination. A Pisces is belief, faith. Pisces is delusions. Pisces is pure love. Like Pisces energy is like those type of things, right? So during the age of Pisces, they were deep into religion, right? That's when you seen the most religions popping up. That's when you seen the most cults cults popping up. That's when you seen, you know, all these spiritual hippie people, you know what I'm saying? Like in the age of Pisces, because people just wanted to believe in something. Like they found their comfort in believing, right? But now that we're in the age of Aquarius, which is more like we're more in the, I'm not going to say more of the truth because, you know, there's good and bad aspects of every era, but Aquarius is more like very objective. Aquarius is number one, all air signs are a masculine sign. Air signs and fire signs are masculine, and water signs and earth signs are feminine signs, right? With us being in the age of Aquarius, we're a lot more objective. We want to see the truth. We want to see, okay, can you prove it? You know what I'm saying? Like now we're seeing people who are religious are not always righteous. So we don't believe in that shit no more. Cause it's like, you know, you go to church every Sunday and you a fun nigga. Or you abandon your family, or you abandon your kids, or you know what I'm saying, or something like that, that makes me think that you're not very righteous at all. So it's like the age of Aquarius is more objective. You know, that's why we're getting more into personal spirituality, right? These churches are closing down. They're becoming online now, right? So they can find their direct group because a lot of people are not going to church. Like they're just not. A lot of people are not falling for these people trying to fearmonger people into donating and joining their services, you know, because they're realizing that it's just a way for people to get power. So it's like the truth is coming out in the age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? And also the thing that comes with Aquarius is uh, the internet, technology, you know, inventions. People like that's literally the reason why people are getting famous online. This is the time. And it's not even like you have to, I mean, you still have to try, you still have to work hard, right? But I think it is like storming outside or something. So if my signal is bad, hopefully it'll get back together. Oh, thank you for the third super chat. Okay, so yeah. So I would write down like 30 topics to talk about on YouTube, right? But at that time, like maybe I was too busy with work, or I wouldn't really focus on it for real. So a year later, when I'm finally ready to be consistent on my channel, I'll go back to those topics, and then none of the topics would resonate with me anymore. Or I wouldn't feel the passion that I felt when I was writing them down initially, right? So I'm like, yo, I can't have these amazing ideas and then write them down to manifest them later. You know what I'm saying? Like the moment I feel like talking about something, I have to talk about it right then and there. And when I do that, when I just feel like talking about something and I don't care about how people may feel about it, or if people would judge me on it, like when I just don't care about anything and I just want to get this message out, those are the videos that people resonate with the most. Like those are the videos where I'll get comments like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I ran into this video. This is just what I needed at this time. Or it's a sign that I came across this video. Like I'll get comments like that. Like that's how I know that when I get a feeling, when I get a thought, I have to get it out in that very moment, because it may not resonate with the collective a year later. It may not resonate, you know, with the collective 6 months later. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be more present. I have to be more present in the moment, and learning how to love myself and be authentically me, it helps me be in the present, because when I'm too strategic, when I be planning too much, when I be too in my head, I miss these moments. I miss these moments of clarity, and I miss these moments where I could be totally obedient to what God is telling me in that moment. Like I miss the moments to express myself, and I have to move on to something different because I may not even resonate with it, a year later or 6 months later. So yeah, I basically went all around the world just to say that I'm learning how to be more present. And being present, I feel like it's helping me become, or helping me show a more authentic side to me on my channel. Yeah. Because before it's like, my YouTube is, I seen it as just a very professional, structured thing. So, it kind of felt like I was clocking into work, you know? But now that I'm streaming more and I'm just talking about my feelings, and I'm bringing up certain topics exactly when I feel them and I don't wait to bring them up, it just feels more authentic. It just feels more like me. And it doesn't feel so planned and strategic, and it doesn't feel like I'm clocking in. It just feels like I'm just expressing myself, and I love that. Like I really do love that. Like I love that. I love that. So if the what's it called? If the signal is going out, you guys, I apologize for that. There are storms coming up like from like Alabama, Louisiana, going up to Georgia right now. And I don't really hear any strong winds. I heard strong winds last night, but it may still be affecting the signal and stuff. But yes, you guys, I am probably going to wrap it up in a few minutes because I'm a little tired and my brain is tired. And I know when my brain is tired because I start to forget words. And I start to stutter and I start to like just talk in circles. So I appreciate everyone for tuning into the live. I appreciate my super chat so much. And if you guys no, don't make me feel sad. But yeah, I'm a wash my makeup off and lay down. But I appreciate y'all for tuning into the live. I can't believe y'all are up this late. Y'all are some real night owls like your girl, okay? One thing I can do is ramble in the middle of the night. So, once again, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next live. I might go live tomorrow in the daytime, probably around like 6 or 7 or whatever. And I know I have to do another giveaway for sure. But yeah, so I'll see y'all later, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.